Hi, welcome to Virtual Back to School Night. I'm Miss Venero. The next slide, you'll meet Miss Curtis, and we are your children's Algebra 1 teachers for this year.
Hi, I'm Miss Curtis. So some topics that are covered, we're starting with linear equations, and then by the end of the school year, your children will be graphing quadratics. So there's a lot to be learned in Algebra 1, so it's a very exciting topic that we have. Some materials, we request a charged Chromebook, some sort of paper, pencil, notebook, whatever your child feels more comfortable with. We do use Plickers. It's a QR assessment that we use in class, and if the students are at home through Zoom, that can kind of help us gauge where they are. We do ask that the students have a calculator. We recommend the TI-84 graphing calculator. This way, as a freshman or a sophomore, they can use it in the beginning, and then they use it all throughout high school. However, we do not require it, so any calculator will do. And then we'll talk later on, but we do use the Big Ideas online textbook.
So here's our grading breakdown. This year, it's a little different. I know a lot of you are parents of freshmen, but we did away with the benchmarks this year, so our weighting looks a little higher than normal. So our tests are 40%, our quizzes are 30%, our classwork's 15%, and our homework's also 15%. So the way our classwork is graded is that if they're virtual for the day, their classwork is, are they on the Zoom? Are they participating on Zoom? Because we actually share our lesson, our smartboard, and the students at home are seeing us writing on the smartboard. So it's like they're actually in class. They're getting the exact same lesson. So we just want to hold them accountable and make sure they are paying attention and they're getting the most out of our lessons every single day, whether they're in the classroom or at home. So that's part of our classwork grade. Homework, we have a lot of different platforms we use. So there's Big Ideas, IXL, and then sometimes we find different posts. We also put those in classroom. So Ms. Curtis will go through those platforms.
So the biggest thing that we want to make sure that you're aware of, I know a lot of the students are, is everything is posted through Google Classroom. So each day they sign in with attendance on Google Classroom. There's a do now just to kind of get them either remembering what they did the day before or testing their knowledge. All class notes and lessons are posted. There's a lot through Smart Notebook that we use in class. So all of those notes by the end of the week are usually posted there in case your child missed something. Study guides and answers are also posted there because we do a lot of homework and assessments online. Sometimes they don't get to see the work shown to get the answers. So we like to be able to provide that. This way they can go back in their notes and check. We do offer daily Zoom links there. It's a reoccurring meeting, so they just have to go to that in order to get credit for the class. And then also extra help, which we'll talk about a little bit later, is also done through Zoom after school. Additional resources is IXL. They can go on that at any time. It has all of the skills for Algebra 1 there. And then on the Rutherford Public School website is our daily homework assignments, which is linked to our classroom. And you can find any teacher's email and homework site through the school. So before school, we are in room 112. And that's where they can get extra help in person. And then after school, we offer a daily Zoom, both Ms. Venero and I, from 1:17 to 2:32. They can just log in, and then they can either share their screen or we can do extra practice with them. National Honor Society is a student-based extra help so that they can do it through Zoom, which will be starting shortly.
So what we are requesting of you this year especially is to try to be on top of your children to help them out. It's a big adjustment, this online learning. So there's a lot more responsibility on them. So when they're at home, they're getting assignments. When they're in class, they're getting assignments. We might not see your children for 3-4 days at a time based off of the block schedule. So it's really important to stay on top of the assignments so that they're not missing so much work. And at the end of the marking period, they're like, overwhelmed. So we ask you to always log into Parent Portal and check their assignments and see. We stay up to date. Our grades are in. If there's an assignment one day, the next day that grade is in. So please stay on top of that because it is going to be a little difficult for them to keep themselves organized. We're going to do, of course, as much as we can in class. So we just want, you to be aware that everything's on Parent Portal. Every assignment's there. We never wait past 2 days for an assignment to put that grade in. And then we're always available through email, so feel free to email us. Our emails are listed there. And communication is key during this time.
What we have noticed and we also are requesting your help with is the way to hand in some late missing assignments. Please have your student or child get into the habit of emailing us. I know that we say a lot is done through Google Classroom, but what we find is they turn in assignments. We don't always get that notification. So if you can kind of help convey that message that even for them to advocate for themselves and to email us is a great way for communication, whether they're in school or fully remote, that it's a good habit to get into, especially in college. So it's good practice to start now. And we just want to say we're so happy to have your child in class, and we're looking forward to a great year.